Hello everyone, JustGoron here, and welcome to Saint Reginald's Zoo and Botanical Garden. This is a new thing here on the channel, but it's not a new series, because the first episode is actually already out on Iben's channel, so if you haven't seen that already, what are you doing here? Go over there first, and then come back here, because we're going to build upon what he did today. So yeah, I'm joined of course by my co-host Iben and Wyatt.
Hello!
Hello!
And today we're going to look at what I did the past 2 weeks. It's not that much, but we'll see how far we got.
Oh, I'm expecting you to have done like a lot of stuff. You told me.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
too.
done a lot of. I've done all sorts. I mean, we're actually. It's very hidden, but we're actually looking at something I did already.
Oh, I totally don't see it because you totally haven't told me like 5 minutes ago.
No, one of the first things I did when I got the file was I cleaned up some of the roof of the entrance big building. So one of the things we can actually see over here is I had a little pointy thing on this roof, which used to be just a flat arch shape. It's built up out of arch shapes, gutter pieces, and the thin planks to make the stripes, and it's looking pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good, dude. That looks insane. I thought it was an in-game piece.
Yeah, I didn't notice this. I didn't think you'd changed anything.
And one of the things I did as well is I took Wyatt's plan, and I've placed down some markers all over the map that kind of show key features of the plan, so that when you guys are building, you kind of know where to put stuff.
Very cool.
That's good. That's good. Because that was my biggest struggle when I started. Like, I had like, oh no, where do I put this? I'll just put it here and hope it's in the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wasn't.
Wyatt, you have the file next.
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll need it.
Yeah, specifically this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus.
Good luck with that. I've tried it. It's not fun.
Don't touch that path. Just don't.
So, of course, in the last episode, we looked at the Toucan's gift shop, which Iben built a beautiful interior of. But he left a little thing empty throughout the gift shop, which was the restaurant. So I took it upon myself to build a little interior over here. So we are entering Elefante.
Oh,
Very
I love
nice.
that.
So I think it might be a little bit too fancy, almost.
No. It works so well.
Yeah, this looks great, man.
I'm pretty happy with it, yeah. So, of course, we are just gonna come right inside over here, and we're going to order a little bit of food. So, over here we can get some drinks, and we can go ahead and grab ourselves a tray and a plate,
I love this.
condiments. We got, of course, our cutlery as well.
Oh.
It looks like they're almost out of it, but I mean, we can get some.
Wow.
And
Wait. Can you turn around again? Like, what are the, I don't want to say plates, but like the
trays?
Trays?
Yeah, the trays. What are they made of?
They are the little planters.
Oh, stop. Oh, that's super brilliant.
Yes, I'm
Dude.
really happy with those.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah, because at least in my experience with the zoos in the US at restaurants, it is almost always tray based. Like you get your tray, they put stuff on it. Once you're done, you put the tray like on top of the trash can. There's usually a little receptacle, and that's how it goes. And you absolutely nailed it.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
That's awesome.
So, of course we have an open kitchen, which is also pretty common in these sorts of places.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I kind of when you showed me this earlier, I was so inspired. I already stole this setup.
Awesome. So yeah, of course this was quite a pain to work with because the restaurant is such a huge facility. But I'm really happy I managed to sort of do it. There's still some things I need to work around. One of the things that's still missing that I didn't have time for is to add some menus or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So that still needs to happen. Also, the tray return things. They don't really have anywhere to go. I feel like they're like where these vending machines are, there probably should be some kind of door backstage where they can actually take the empty plates to clean them, because right now they're just kind of
just hand them over the counter, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So of course I also added some picture frames. So here we have the beautiful skyline that Iben built. All nice.
I absolutely love how you incorporated the wood pieces in all the seating tables.
Yeah, we got some wooden tables.
Yeah, I noticed it in the other ones as well, and I was already floored by that. But damn.
Yeah. Also, some other pictures over there. I just took some random ones. We can probably change these out once we actually have a zoo to take pictures of, and not just an entrance and some flamingos. But I like.
This is already really good.
The walls were pretty empty, so I liked spicing them up just a little bit.
Goran, would you mind going back to the cityscape picture?
Yes, of course.
Even does this ring a bell? It reminds me of the Zoo Tycoon 2 loading bar.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, it does.
I can hear the theme song and it slowly becoming more colorful as it loads.
That's so unintentional.
That's insane.
So the last thing here in the restaurant, of course, it's a little hidden away because you don't want to annoy too many people with it. So we have plenty of seats that shouldn't be too bothered by it, and especially the seats here in the middle are nicely for the parents to watch their kids as they come into this kiddie play area. Now, I didn't build most of this. The only thing I built is the little table over here where you have some coloring.
I love this.
Coloring pages. Gotta give credit where credit is due. This is an idea. Using the stained glass pieces like this is something that Leaf Productions came up with.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love that. And
brilliant.
it's something you pretty much always see in these areas. But yeah, Iben, you built this this monstrosity. So would you like to tell something about that?
I won't tell how this is built yet. I'm saving that for my how do you do. But this is the thing that I really wanted. I've been trying to make this for so long, and we never really had the exact pieces to create the effect that you have here. But now we know
what you think it is.
I think I know what it is.
And yeah, every zoo has this.
Yeah.
And
is this one of those I don't want to say foam, but they're a little soft rubbery,
exactly.
plasticky things. I always wrestled with those.
Yeah.
Or threw them at people. Just one or the other. And we have an awesome.
You did an incredible job at placing all the balls everywhere.
That's awesome.
They would end up everywhere, and they would be thrown over. And especially because there's some space between the thing and the wall, they would just end up everywhere. Especially here in the windowsill.
Yeah,
that looks amazing.
Yeah, just look at that. Really, really cool. And
the only thing I wish is that those apples or whatever,
we at least got one separate one.
Yeah, that they were flexi-color, because those were the smallest balls that I could find.
Yeah.
And nothing else really worked. So I was like, okay. So it kind of looks like a big orange soup.
It's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh, one is eating all the way over there. Oh, God, they're just...
it's just gonna get kicked around.
It's these little details that I just love. Oh, that's completely. Oh, they just waved at us. Also, don't go so quickly by this. This is amazing. These plants on the.
Oh right, yeah. So we're going
right.
to the toilets. There's some more planters over
I think
here.
this
The
is
little trellis.
Yeah, this
looks
is
like
one of the
they
first
kinda
times I see someone use the moss, and I'm like, okay, this actually looks amazing. Because I'm not a big fan of the moss, but this is wow.
Yeah. So over here we have the toilets, quote unquote. This is where we've hidden the entrance to the restaurant.
Oh, smart.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, that's why it's a bit of an empty organization. We could probably, spruce this up a little bit at some point. Yeah, I need to kind of work out how the backstage of the restaurant is going to work exactly, and the facility is not making that easy to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's not all I did. Of course, this is Elefante, because the big habitat next to this place is the elephant habitat. But first, I also built a little playground, because this is kind of the big entrance terrace area. Now, you don't want to have your playgrounds too far away from a terrace area like this, because parents that are eating their food want to watch their kids, and kids, while their parents are resting and eating, want to play. So that's why you usually find a big playground near an area like this. So I took my own workshop set and changed the colors a little bit and created a nice little playground for us. So
Very cool.
We've got climbing things, we got slides, just all sorts of stuff. And I think if you climb up there, you actually have kind of a little bit of a special, raised view of the elephants as well. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, kids would be doing a little civil war in order to get up there, I think.
Exactly. So over here we're going to have the elephant stables and some backstage stuff. I spent a lot of time researching how trucks turn. I still don't quite know, because this backstage area is kind of a dead end. So the trucks that come here to deliver stuff to the gift shop and restaurant and stuff would need some way to turn around. If you know how trucks do that, please let me know, because I don't understand.
Any truckers in the audience, please help us out.
How can we design this area to make it easy for you to turn around?
I remember you sending me a message, and it was like, yeah, building a zoo in these games is just weird. I'm trying to figure out how trucks turn. Like,
I spent all day doing that. But yeah, over here we have our first, the big viewing area for the main elephant yard.
Yeah.
So we've got a nice little slate wall thing. I kind of was inspired by some of the things along the main road. I think that are made out of thin planks, but I used the faux rocks instead.
Yeah, that looks very good amazing. Adaptation of an old design but with new pieces.
Exactly. And we have a nice little fence for the made out of the cable pieces. So awesome. This habitat, I would assume that this used to be a U mode, which is something that's no longer really recommended for elephants. So it has since been kind of sloped off on one side, and then this little fence, electric fence, got added to prevent the elephants from getting into the mode, so that we can still get all the way up to it like this.
Cool.
So that's kind of the thought process behind that. Other than that, the walls over here are somewhat inspired by Amsterdam Zoo artists. They have pretty unique rock structures. I haven't been able to capture it too well, but I'm pretty happy with how these look right now already.
Yeah, it's a really nice break from the usual the faux trees and as opposed to the faux trees using the plaster cone pieces from the Africa set.
Because sometimes I feel like that design is really cool, but that does make it look like a super high-end design.
Yeah, it depends on your budget.
Yes, exactly. And this feels slightly lower budget, which is good.
For an elephant habitat of this size, you can do expensive faux rocks all the way around. That's just
exactly
insane.
Okay.
So
before we continue, there's one amazing detail, and if you can zoom in a bit, people will be able to see it. It's not the floating wall building in the back. No, it's the fact that you've freaking used decal pieces to blend in the log with the freaking ground, which is amazing.
Come on.
And which is something I'm going to steal. And you've also used the decal pieces on the walls, which is another level of insanity.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm super, super happy that you are on this project. Because
I thought you meant the sprinkler.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty cool.
The sprinkler is amazing too, by the way. Don't get me wrong.
I saw that at Rotterdam Zoo, and I was like, I gotta steal that. That's freaking cool.
But that little detail, that's the thing that I like.
Now, one thing about the walls around the entire habitat being so expensive, one thing I did is I raised the entire back of the habitat so that we can actually create an invisible moat around there so that you don't actually see the back wall.
That's awesome.
Creating both a bit of immersion and the ability to make an ugly wall because someone's going to see it anyway.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think
that's such like a subtle hill going on towards the back. It's so awesome. It paints such a beautiful picture. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
I'm glad you're doing this, because I really didn't want to do the elephant exhibit because I suck at these big open exhibits, and you're great. You're absolutely great at it.
So, last thing for this side of the habitat, I also created some custom elephant fencing using the new gutter pieces, and they are perfect. Like, I've always struggled to find a piece that has the right girth, like the right width for these pillars, and the gutters are just perfect. Like, they're not too thick, they're not too thin, they're a nice material, they're flexi-color. It's brilliant. Yeah, I absolutely love this.
I've seen a lot of builds use like ropes or like wooden planks, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, well, I mean the pillars in particular, like the poles that the cables are, of course, a brilliant new addition, but just the gutter pieces to make the pillars, I think, was very nice.
Yeah, definitely.
The thing that I also like here is that you have a lowered portion for the viewing area.
Yeah, I did that on purpose as well.
Yeah.
And also the curvature of the terrace is something I also took from Exhibiting Zoo Animals, the book that you and I both love. Because
there's one thing though.
Yeah.
How do people with wheelchairs get down here?
That's
what I was thinking when I saw this. I just figured they would maybe stay at the top because you could still see, but that'd probably be a ramp or something.
That would be pretty sad. Yeah, we can probably create a ramp on this side of it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm saying this because I'm in a collaboration with Sylph, and Sylph essentially says that he will kill anyone who doesn't make slopes and ramps for people. So I'm just looking out for you, buddy. It's not criticism or anything.
Good, thank you. You have my best interest at heart. Yeah. So by curving the terrace like the way we did here, like having the habitat kind of go into it a little bit, that creates more space adjacent to the habitat for people to view it from. So that's why that is a good shape to have. And as Iben said, by lowering down this viewing area, it makes it so that people sitting here eating can still look over the people viewing from here. So everyone has the best view possible, basically.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. So over here inside of the faux rocks, I created a little staff path, which is not completely finished at all. But I just wanted to show you guys the sprinkler up close. So
I love that.
Over here.
I love it.
And this is also a place from which they can access the doors, kind of lead the elephants through and stuff. And we can also see, oh god, that was not what I wanted. We can also see that I used Leader's little trick over here. With the puddle.
Oh yeah, and you also used the sunken down
mud bath.
Mud bath. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
Wow.
That is all of that. And then on the other side over here, this is straight from Wyatt's planning. There's the second elephant yard, which has a little pond.
What a swimming elephant, and oh my god, what a great timing.
I locked them in here. They can't go anywhere.
Okay. Well positioned.
Oh, sir, get behind the fence.
Excuse me.
So, of course, we do have some electrical wires to keep the elephant trunks away from the guests a little more.
I love it.
And yeah, we just have a lovely little pond to see the elephant swim in.
It looks amazing.
I see the hot wire fence, but then what are like the beams in between?
That is the East Asia brackets or something. East Asia walleye brackets. I use these in Beekse Bergen all the time to do this sort of stuff.
Those look great.
Yeah. Really looks good. I also really like how you use the decal pieces to create the effects on the edge of the water.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that is pretty much all I did so far. Kind of the groundworks of the elephant habitat. I did plan out some things. If we go along the main path here, I followed Wyatt's planning to create the path going up there. And one thing that wasn't in Wyatt's planning that I already talked to Iben and we really want to keep is this little river sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I really like that, and I like the challenge that it provides. So that's something I've kept for now. As you can see, I did lower down the terrain here a little bit to make this bridge a little bit less steep. I made this now level with the top of this fence, so you can kind of look over that. But yeah. This is a pretty cool. I think this is going to be a really cool path once we get some more stuff around here. And then also, from Wyatt's planning over here, there's going to be a little elephant show area.
Is that something I did?
Well, it was initially in the middle of this moat, so I did move it a little bit, but
okay.
But yeah, over here is going to be like a keeper talk hut thing.
Cool.
And yeah, so of course the visitors aren't going to be. I need to create a little more space here. The visitors aren't going to be able to get all the way up to the elephants, but the keepers will go in there and maybe show the elephants, do some like training things, or just feed them, and overall just show people what's going on here.
We'll have to look at we'll have to look at two references for that, I think. One being Rubel's recreation of the elephant stadium in Tivoli.
Oh yeah.
Because he's got like all kinds of facilities for that. And then I think at the San Diego Zoo, at their Elephant Odyssey exhibit, they have like the barn, because it's in California, because it's warm, right. It's actually functionally outdoors, it's just shaded, and they have like all sorts of interpretive spaces where guests can come up really close to the elephants, and the keepers have like specialized training fences where the elephants can put their feet up and stuff like that. It's really cool. Yeah,
Dierenrijk actually has a similar area to that as well, so nice. I think we'll be able to find some places and get inspired.
Wyatt, that sounds like you've been to San Diego Zoo recently.
Oh yeah, I went to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. You might have seen a couple pics I posted on BroNation, but yeah, it was incredible. Highly recommended.
Oh yeah, so that's the next zoo we're gonna do, right, Goron? We'll take a quick plane and and fly over.
I feel like I would miss my monthly visits to take 1,000 pictures every time. But but yeah, that is all I have to show. So Wyatt, what are your plans for the next episode? What are people going to be expecting on your channel in 2 weeks?
Oh God, Spotlight. Well, because I'm not like Iben, I'm not much of an elephant guy. I may approach
just dumping that on me.
I may approach some landscaping. May do some just color work around the zoo just to get sort of a more consistent vibe going. But I would like to do some new exhibits, so maybe towards the elephants or towards this like coastal section we have planned around the entrance. But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, my elephants moved out of frame. Awesome. So yeah, everyone, make sure you are subscribed to Wyatt if you want to see the next episode coming out in around 2 weeks or so.
Exactly. And don't forget to subscribe to Goron as well if you haven't done it so far.
Absolutely.
And if for some reason you're not subscribed to Iben yet, he's also right there.
You probably have a good reason. It's fine. Thank you everyone for watching, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Aha!